homeschoolers, at-home schoolers, this video is for everyone. And today is a really special day. We are celebrating Earth Day. I put it on my poster here. So not only do we celebrate Earth Day in April, we also celebrate in North Carolina the coolest, biggest collaboration of scientists on the planet. It's called the North Carolina Science Festival. And today I'm sporting my Kelvin hat that my Girl Scout made for me. And I would like to introduce you to my friend Kelvin, if you haven't met him yet. He is the spokesman of the North Carolina Science Festival, and he's going to be helping us today with our Earth Day activities. Woo! Earth Day activities are awesome. And these are things that you can make at home, and you can make these any day of the year. It doesn't have to be Earth Day, right, Kelvin? Okay, let's see what he has for you. They're really simple supplies. So Kelvin has a coffee filter, because everyone knows grown-up scientists need coffee, and so probably everyone has coffee filters in their house. If you don't, you can cut a piece of paper towel in a round circle. We're also going to use some markers and crayons, and Earth Day colors, if you ask me, are blue and green, because Earth Day, celebrating the Earth, which has a lot of water on it, and the land we're going to represent with green, even though there's ice and deserts and other colors you can use. So, who is ready to get outside with Girl Scouts and to make some Earth Day crafts? Are you ready? Let's go! So there's lots of cool activities you can do for Earth Day, even if you can't get out in the wilderness like Kelvin and I have today. You can go to a website. It's one of my favorite websites. It's called DLTK Kids. And DLTK Kids has activities for everything you can imagine. Every topic you can think of, teachers and parents. You can especially go check out the Earth Day activities. You can play Earth Day bingo with your family. There's lots of different bingo cards, and you can print bingo pieces. There's usually word searches and crossword puzzles. Oh, and there's the polar bear. See the polar bear? And there's coloring sheets, and there's activities, and there's games and puzzles. And like I said, there's word games if you're a little bit older. I like to play these, and I'm a grown-up. Word ladders are really neat. So, and they have themes for everything, including Earth Day. You can do an Earth Day word search too. I love word searches. I'm gonna go home and do this as soon as I get out of the woods. Okay, so it's time for us to make some Earth Day activities, and Kelvin's gonna help us. First, Kelvin must put on his safety goggles of science. Okay, there we go. Make sure he's using all safety precautions in the lab, aka my kitchen. And we are going to do some cool stuff with easy things. We are going to make some earth crafts. Excited, Kelvin? Woohoo! Here we go! So the first earthy, exciting activity we're going to try is dltkkids.com, and you're going to print yourself an earth template, or you could just make up your own earth, or you can just look at a picture of the earth, and then you're going to take it and put it behind your most important coffee filter of science, and you're going to use it as a guide. Again, like I said, you can just draw your own earth, and we're going to take these washable markers. And here's my North America, South America, Central America, South America, and up here we have some islands. Here we have a little bit of Europe, a little bit of Africa. So you can just use your imagination, and some Hawaiian Islands. However you want to draw your earth, just go ahead. And then I'm going to lightly color in the water. This is the world's ocean, or world's oceans. Oceans are awesome. So, I've stolen a saying from Ranger Tom when he's doing art projects. He always says, less is more. So you don't want to cover all of this with ink, because that'd be too much. And it's going to be the same with the water technique I'm about to show you. You don't want to use too much water, but we're going to use the power of the straw. We're just going to put a little bit of water in a cup. You're going to get a straw. You could use a pipette. You could use a Q-tip. You could use your finger. You could just stick your finger in some water and drip it on your coffee filter. But again, less is more. Not too much water. Use the power of suction, adhesion, and cohesion. Make this possible. You just stick it in the water a little bit. Stick your finger on the straw. Lift it out. It's like magic. It holds the water. What? Okay, then just drip it on your coffee filter. Ah, that's too much at once. Or you could just dip it in there and tap it. Hey, I'm trying this for the first time while we try it together. So if you made flowers with me the other day, on Sci Day, you'll know what this scientific principle is called. Only principle is just what's happening. It's called capillary action. So that capillary action is carrying all that water through the whole coffee filter. It's like wicking it and sucking it. So we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to check it out after it dries. Okay? By the magic of video editing. Here we go. Alright, Kelvin has dried his coffee filter earth. He wants to show it to you. You ready? Woohoo! Look at that! Isn't it pretty? So is it a perfect representation of earth? No. But is it beautiful? Yes! And yours will be too. I can't wait to see it. I hope you send me some pictures. Kelvin really wants to see it. Send us your artwork. Pictures or videos. Okay, coffee filter earth complete. Woohoo! The next Earth Day activity we're gonna try, which again, I've never done this before. We're doing it together for the very first time. Kelvin's excited. We are going to make some stained glass earth craft. So get out your crayons. Now, if you have generic or off-brand crayons, not to discriminate, but if they're Crayola, from what I've read, they're not going to melt as easily. So that's all I have with me right now. So I'm using Crayola. But if you don't have Crayola, that's fine. You can use off-brand. And we're going to take our magic pencil sharpener of science. You're going to peel your crayons. Since we're making Earth Day crayons, we're going to use blue for the world's oceans. And you're going to peel the paper off. And we're going to take green for the land. So peel your paper off. And hopefully you have a grown-up helping you with this. And if you don't have a pencil sharpener, they can use scissors or some other sharp way to shave their crayons. So you're going to take your crayons after you take the paper off and you're going to shave them. That's going to be your most time-consuming part of this activity. So hopefully you have some help. And I'll use some different shades of green just because we have different parts of the land. And I have my iron warming up. Again, I'm going to have a grown-up help me with this because we don't want to get burned. I even shaved a little bit of white for Antarctica because it's a special icy cold place. So I have the blue for the ocean. Ooh. Green for the land. Ooh. You have yours ready? And I have my ice shavings here. Okay? So what the directions say to do, again, this is from DLTK Kids, my favorite crafty website, is to fold your wax paper in half. This is where Corona isolation makes it different. We're going to try at my house with parchment paper because that's all I have. You could try clear contact paper. Just be careful with the heat on that. So I'm going to, again, take my earth template just to give you some idea what I want to do. So mine's small. You could make yours larger. And I'm going to put some earth colors here. I'm going to put some ocean colors here. Some ocean colors over here. ocean. Oh, I'm folding it in half, I forgot. Okay, see? So, I'll try this. And then I'm going to cover this a little bit more. Some land, some islands maybe. Here a little Iceland, Greenland. And then down here, I'm going to put some white. Again, that's just my own idea. And we are going to carefully fold this in half. I'm not going to crease it too much because that's going to be our stained glass window. Now, Kelvin, this is the part we have to be very careful because this iron is hot. And I'm just going to melt it a little bit at a time. Alright, Kelvin's getting impatient too, I know. Here we go. I might have smeared it too much. So you can try different methods at your house, and I really want to see how it turns out at your house. So be sure to send me pictures, okay? Here we go. Wow, that's kind of cool. Okay, Kelvin and I have some black construction paper and some green Earth Day scissors. You can use kid-safe scissors. And we're going to get a circle. How about this plate? This plate makes a perfect circle. I think I'll use that. I'm going to trace a circle. And some black construction paper. Now, oops, I made a mess. You know what Miss Frizzle says? Get messy! I do that a lot. So we're going to cut a perfect circle or an imperfect circle. And if you want to be technical, we can cut an oblate spheroid, which is the actual shape of the Earth. And we're going to, and I have 2 sheets. Did I tell you that? 2 sheets of paper. I'm going to cut out that circle, okay? Kelvin has a little trouble with scissors because he doesn't only have fingers, he has grips. I'm sure he could do it if he wanted to, but for the sake of hurrying for the video, Kelvin, I'm just going to do it for you. Okay? Now, again, never going to be perfect, but I made a circle. Then you're going to take your wax earth. You're going to put it in the middle of these. I'm going to trim it real quick. Okay, so I have my 2 pieces of black paper with holes in them. That's going to be our window. Hi! Kelvin, you silly. It's not a hula hoop, it's a window. So you're going to take your earth that you cut out. You're going to take your 2 pieces of black paper window. Okay, and you're going to glue them together. So if you have a glue stick at home, that's probably the best thing. I don't. And since I'm not going shopping, I'm just going to use the glue I have. I'm going to put it all around this black paper, around the earth window. So what do you think this black stuff represents? What'd you say, Kelvin? Outer space, right. So we have a bunch of planets in our solar system. And wouldn't it be neat if after Earth Day you celebrated all the planets? You could try this with all the planets. You could do orange, red for Jupiter, blue for Neptune. Oh, you could even make rings. Oh, it'd be cool. Anyway, but that's not their holiday. Today is Earth Day, so we are going to finish our Earth. All right. I can see where wax paper would hold it better than my parchment paper. But hey, we're going to use what we can. It's pandemic time. Pandemic Earth Day craft time. And there you have it. We have a stained glass Earth. So what would Earth Day be if we didn't make some recycled crafts? Alright, you said it, toilet paper. What's the biggest commodity during this pandemic? Toilet paper! Okay, so toilet paper, the rolls in the middle can be used for so many ideas. You can use it as a telescope. Hi, Kelvin! I see you! Use the telescope to look at stars. You can take 2 of these, stick them together, and you have a pair of binoculars. If you put paper clips on either side or scotch tape, you have binoculars. Then if you go to DLTK Kids, there's, I don't know, maybe a million different ideas for what you can do with these toilet paper tubes. So not only will you be recycling, you will be making something cool as a gift for someone, or just to have to remember your special 50th anniversary Earth Day in isolation. Let's see what we can do with this one. So I picked out my Earth Day TP craft, and I'm going to start cutting all the pieces. So you can do this at home if you have a printer or have someone print it out for you from the website. If you don't, again, you can just draw your own. Get a plain piece of paper and you can just draw this Earth Day bear or any animal you like or anything you like. You could turn it into a car or a train. Toot toot. But I love bears and I love the earth, so I'm going to turn it into an Earth Day bear, and Kelvin helped me pick it out, so it's Kelvin approved. So we're going to keep cutting. The hardest part with this activity is not losing all your little pieces. So here's his little Earth Bear's Earth bow tie. I wonder if he only wears it on Earth Day, or wonder if he wears it every day of the year. Well, you'll find out when you put it up at your house. Don't lose it. So hopefully everyone's using recycled paper for this craft, or printing on the back of another paper. That's good too. And Earth Day Bear is going to do some recycling of his own. Look, he has old newspapers and he's recycling cans. He's a good little Earth Day Bear, isn't he? He's a great friend for Kelvin to have. So again, I think it's better to have a glue stick, but I don't have one right now. So I'm going to take some regular glue, put it on the very biggest piece. It's the first one you use. Less is more. And I'm going to put it right here on our toilet paper tube. Okay. So there we have Earth Day Bear's body ready to go. I'm going to put Earth Day Bear's little hat on him. He's going on an Earth Day safari. Look how cute this hat is. Kelvin, I think, is a little jealous. He wanted to wear it. And just a dab of glue here. Put his head on his little bear body. And then remember, he's getting dressed up for this special occasion. 50th anniversary of Earth Day. Whoop! I think glue sticks work better. His head's falling down. We use what we can. Okay. There's his little bow tie. We're going to put on his arms, his feet, and give him some stuff to take to the recycling center. So there's Kelvin with his little Earth Day bear friend. I think they're going to be best buds from now on. Kelvin and I have had so much fun making Earth Day activities with you. I hope you enjoy your stained glass earth. You can hang it in your windows, and you can enjoy the sunshine through that. You can sport your Earth Day earth coffee filter crafts, and especially your new special friends, the little Earth Day bear, Recycle Bear. And we hope you liked making Earth Day activities with us. Remember, there's another video of an Earth Day storybook, and there's another video of Kelvin going on a nature hike. Flat Kelvin went all over the place having a fun Earth Day adventure. And there's another video you can learn to make capillary action flowers. And we're so glad that little Earth Bear decided to join our team. And I'm sure that he and Kelvin are going to be friends for a long time to come. And I hope that you will be friends with Kelvin and keep enjoying lots of videos with Kelvin and science experiments, and have a great, happy Earth Day. The 50th anniversary of Earth Day